this video, we are going to be covering some common mistakes that new scooter riders make, or maybe you have your scooter for a while, you haven't even noticed yourself making these mistakes. So the first mistake that a lot of people make when they get a brand new scooter is that they actually don't check the tire pressure. Now listen, I've done videos on this already. I've done the Show Me pump that I got for this scooter, which is absolutely brilliant, and the anti-air loss device that's going to be linked in the end of this video. But listen to me, if you've just gotten your new scooter, if you plan on getting it, get one for Christmas, please check your tire pressure. For the Show Me, I put around 50 psi, 55 psi. Oh, because I weigh around 78 kilos, that's what I put in this, and I've had no problems, I've had no punctures just yet. But that's one of the things that I'd highly recommend that you do. Please check your tire pressure. I'm curious to know, what tire pressure do you put in your scooter? You might not have a Show Me, but do comment below, because it might help out other people that are planning on getting different brands of scooters coming towards Christmas or for their birthday, wherever the case is. The next one is a vital one. You must check your brakes. When I got the Show Me, the brakes weren't really tweaked, because think about it, putting these out of the factory so fast and they don't tweak everything as they should. So I already done a video on this as well, so have a look at that if you haven't tweaked your brakes yet on your Show Me. Now, stick with me on this one. I just want to cover one thing. You know, if you've just gotten the scooter and you're already thinking about flashing it, putting custom firmware on it and making it go a little bit faster. For me, I love speed. Did actually get comfortable with the speeds for around a week or 2 weeks with the 3 different sport modes. So I've done a video on the stock speed already. Then I decided to flash it. Whatever you do, when you get your scooter, get comfortable with the speeds. If you immediately flash these scooters and you have a really high top speed, like I get about 32 on this, which I think is quite fast, and you're not used to that type of speed already, you can really cause an accident. So please just take your time and get used to the speeds on the scooter. It looks like it's gonna rain today, and this brings me on to the other point. You must, if you've gotten a Show Me M365 Pro, I have some of these if you want them in my Facebook shop page, just linked below. You must get one of these covers. It's probably one of the most vital things you can get on your Show Me. You might say, it doesn't look that good. Like, look at mine. I have tire wraps on mine, and I've gotten a few drizzles here and there. It hasn't been out in heavy rain. I try and avoid bringing this out on heavy rain by all means, but please just get one of these. They are cheap. I have them in the red that I have here, and I have a couple in black. So, and there's a sale on at the moment because I need to make room for new stock that I'm going to be getting in. But please guys, do get one of these. I'm going to be doing a video some stage in the future. You can get it's like a foam gasket, and the gasket goes underneath the battery part here. And then I'm going to be putting some silicone where the cables are going as well, because at some stage you're going to get caught in the rain, and the last thing you want to be worrying about is damaging the scooter. So you need to, at all costs, avoid these things from happening.
A limitation, hate applying my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line.
Listen to me on this one as well. If you use your scooter daily, or you know, a couple of times during the week, please check the screws. Now, I done a video again on this, on the crucial points to check on the scooter. These are one of the main ones. And then if you have the suspension, the installation video that I done, I go through detail about, you know, checking everything, make sure everything is tight. I'd highly recommend checking these once a week at least. You can put some Loctite on them as well to avoid them from coming loose. But listen, the last thing you want is a few screws coming loose. Next of all, boom, your stem goes for a hop, and then you go for a hop, and then you're injured and your scooter's, you know, completely kaput. So please do check kaput. Please do check the screws on your scooter regularly. Don't over tighten them. Do use the correct tools as always. Quick point here again, I've done another video on this, pulling on the stem. A lot of scooters seem to have a stem wobble, stem creaking, particularly the Show Me's. But listen, don't worry, it can be fixed. You need to adjust the stem correctly around this point here. I went through a complete detailed process of the creaking. Now I'm going to be actually doing a video on it's called an X-Lock. Some of you might not be familiar with them, but it's like another safety feature you can put on these scooters. Please do not be pulling on the stem. My friend only got a brand new Xiaomi M365 Pro 2. I think after he's just over the 200-kilometer mark, he's after getting the creaking in it already, so he's gonna avoid pulling on the stem now, and yeah, hopefully he'll have no other issues. But don't be pulling, don't be pushing your weight on the stem, because yeah, you're gonna have to fix that. By the way, do give this video a like if you're enjoying it so far.
Right. That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Yep, the next one is do not be jumping off paths. A couple of guys in the Facebook groups and stuff like that have been jumping off paths, and they're wondering why the stem is creaking, why the stem is breaking, why they have to do maintenance. Don't be jumping off the paths. They're not made for that. Unless you get a really mad scooter like a 010X or something like that, which I think are pretty cool. Don't be jumping off paths on these. They're not made for that. They're just a simple commuter scooter. So please, don't be jumping off paths. Don't be going crazy. You need to look after these. The more you look after these, the more maintenance you keep on top of, you're going to avoid these problems from happening. Even if you have the front suspension on these, don't be jumping off paths. I'm going to actually cover a really important point right now in a second. The next one that I just mentioned a couple of seconds ago, do use the correct tools. In the installation video that I done on the suspension, I used the snap-on spanners, the 18s. The tool that you get with the monoram is not really the best of quality, and you can round off the front nuts on these. So this goes for any part on the scooter, any of the Allens, any of the screws. Please use the correct ones so you don't round them off, so you don't have to replace them. Now listen to me, a lot of people have done this. They have flashed their own custom firmware on these. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but the custom firmware that I have on this has been tested. I've done the 17-kilometer test. So many people have the custom firmware on this. It has not let me down once, and it's absolutely brilliant. So why am I even mentioning this? Because if you don't know what you're doing, you can affect the battery massively. You can burn out the controller and a whole other range of issues. So please, if you plan on flashing this, get advice from people that do know what they are talking about. I will be bringing out my own custom firmware at some stage, but in the meantime, I'm happy with the one that I got. And if you want to get it, it's actually in the Facebook group link below. That's where I actually got it from, going back a really long time ago. It's brilliant and it has not let me down. So please do be careful wherever custom firmware you make on your own, and if you actually plan on getting one, please get it from somebody who has tested it and who has good reviews from other people. Do your research. Now listen, this goes for every single person watching this video. You might think you look stupid with a helmet. You might think, you know, you look stupid with a high vis. You might think you look stupid with a chest cam. And yeah, okay, it might be a bit bulky on you and stuff like that, but it's safety. I'm pretty sure you've seen videos of people slipping. I'm pretty sure you've seen people of breaking their arms, which I've seen. People scuffing their arms, scuffing their elbows, scuffing their leg, really injuring themselves. Please do wear safety gear. It's cheap, and if you know anybody that's getting, like, there's going to be, I'd say, many of these scooters sold coming up to Christmas. So if you know anybody, your nieces, your nephews, your brothers, your sisters, your partner, any of your friends, family, do encourage them to wear safety gear. If you're not wearing safety gear right now yourself, please do get it. You feel that bit more protected on the scooter. This only goes 32 kilometers an hour, which is, well, not only, but it's quite fast. Imagine if you're on a scooter that's going 50, 60 or 70 kilometers an hour. You need to have the full protective gear on. Oh god, like, I can only imagine having a crash and not having the full protective gear on. It's gonna be really bad. There you go, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, do give it a like. If you want to, you know, you don't have to. Comment below anything that I've left out in this video, any tips you can share with this community, and I appreciate everybody's support on the growth of this channel. I do continue to keep making videos, keep pushing things out when I can, and yeah, stay safe. I'm gonna stick on the helmet now and go home, and I'll talk to you in the next video.